It's 4:15 in the morning. Alarm has just gone off. And we're excited because today we're heading to the Masters. But first, coffee. Well, we have made it. Edinburgh to Heathrow, Heathrow to Charlotte, and then a sort of 2.5 hour drive to get to where we're staying this week. And I'm not gonna lie, it's well above any expectation I had of where we were going to be staying. I'm gonna give you a little tour. Slice of heaven. It's the pièce de résistance. This terrace. This is my bedroom. The room I've decided, there's 4 rooms in here and I've gone for the one on the ground floor. I like bathroom and it's very sweet. It's got a nice little rail. Hang up some of my clothes for the week. Traditionally, I always bring shortbread for the BBC commentary teams. Let's have a little look. Very sweet little living room. Obviously golfers in this family. There's so many light switches. So many lights. You can see they've got their Masters merch. They've obviously been a few times to the shop. I'll be sitting here in the morning with my coffee. Obviously we're here for Masters Week. I was here in 2019. This is my second trip to Augusta National. That was unbelievable. Tiger won, the greatest comeback of all time, and yeah, we basically just got to enjoy being at the Masters. Fast forward to 2022, 3 years later, and this is my 3rd time covering the Masters, but my 2nd trip on site, because last year we did the commentary from sunny Salford. Last year I joined the BBC commentary team. This year I rejoined them. Andrew Cotter's the lead. Ken is the magic and I am the addition. You hear the wind chimes there. And Ailey's obviously the presenter, so she's our leading lady. Because it's highlights, it's not quite as adrenaline fueled as a live, but it's for me a very good way to like develop my skills in the commentary arena and in a less stressful way, because a lot of the work I do is actually a lot more stressful than it might seem from the outside world, especially when you're learning and you know you're learning new skills and you're making mistakes in front of thousands of people, and that's the only way you learn, but you have to make those mistakes. So occasionally it's nice to get a week like this where it just feels a little bit less stressful. It's one of those tournaments, the Masters, where the players are treated exceptionally well, and that's why I think partly why they love it so much. Only players and caddies are allowed inside the ropes. On a normal tournament week, as members of the media, we would be allowed in to, inside the ropes and to pester the players. But at the Masters, it's only players and caddies inside the ropes. There are no phones allowed at all. Practice days, tournament days, no phones on the premises, which is one of the nicest memories I have. Obviously, one of the first places everybody heads is in corner, because it's infamous. 11, 12, 13, that famous par 3 12th hole, devilishly difficult, and they kind of feel like you're just in a time capsule at Augusta National, where you're getting to kind of relive these moments that almost feel like they're being played back to you on like an old school television. It's very surreal. And I remember the smell. It was kind of like, it smelled like not what I expected. There was a lot more moisture. It smelled quite damp, but in quite a comforting way. The pine needles and things here. And my first trip back to the United States since before COVID. And I love being here in America. So these are my kind of pre-tournament ramble reflections. In terms of who I'm keeping an eye on this week, obviously Bob McIntyre. He did well last year as a rookie, didn't phase him. It's hard to look past Scotty Scheffler. Really hope that Tiger tees it up, and I really hope that Hideki Matsuyama tees it up. That's my ramblings, guys.
Morning. It is 5 a.m.
Some coffee.
So, the BBC have stayed here multiple times in this gorgeous house. There are houses all on this property, and they take a few of the houses. And I've just found some notes from previous years. And Peter Alice, the one and only legend, sadly no longer with us, and that I sadly also never got to meet. I never met Peter Alice, but obviously watched him, and I hear all the stories. Peter and his wife stayed here, and there's some lovely notes on the wall. That's from 2020, that's from 2018. PJ Alice, we enjoyed your home very much. Have a glass of red on us. PJ Alice, isn't that lovely? The thing about the Masters is not only at the golf course is their history, but even here in a house that's down the road, you feel like you're in a piece of history here, a little slice all to yourself. It's amazing. It's still too dark to go for a run outside. It's 5:30 and I'm going to do some notes here in my master's notebook. I started this last year, my first commentary with the BBC in 2021. That was the 85th Masters. This is the 86th. Same role for me. The beauty of this is I can look back at notes I've made from last year about the course, the holes. Obviously we weren't on site last year. And I can take that into my notes for this year. I'm going to look at the top 20 players in a bit more detail this morning. That's my plan. Addy, I'm going to keep him anonymous. That gave me photographs of his course planner to Augusta last year. Maybe I'll get my hands on my own one this year, but either way, this was really helpful just to have a look at some of its notes. The back, no thank you. That bunker back right on 7. Seeing little anecdotes all the way through here. Anyway, I'm not going to share all the secrets there. I'm going to get stuck into my notes before it gets light enough that I can go for a little run.
Right, well, I'm ready for day one. Ugh, very excited. I'm meeting the guys in 5 minutes time. We're going to go to the Waffle House for breakfast, which is apparently a BBC tradition, which is very, very cool. I think I'm going to be pinching myself from start to finish this week. Ken Brown and I are going to walk the course. The one and only Ken on the course will be on the course with yours truly, and that is something, I can't let that sink in, but Ken and I are going to walk 18 holes together, and he played the Masters in '88, so he's got first-hand experience around this place. There's been some changes to the golf course. Then we'll head for dinner later on to Pablo's, where apparently they do great margaritas, the drinks, not the pizza. Alright guys, thanks for watching and sharing this with me. Well gang, I'm just making my way back to my little terrace and my favourite swinging bench. The most superb Monday at Augusta National. I'm going to run you through the day. We started at the Waffle House. Ken and I then took to the course and we walked the full 18 together, which was an absolute delight. We looked at some of the changes that have been made to Augusta National. Some greens have been raised, some tees have been moved back. We saw quite a few players out on the course. Saw McIlroy, Shane Lowry, the Irishman. We saw the South Africans out there as well. We walked, we met some lovely people on the course, some golf fans, people from the past. The weather couldn't really have gotten any better. Tomorrow is going to be very different. We had a little stop at the concession stand. We got lemonade and went into the shop and spent a few pennies. Got some presents. I'd do a little giveaway actually. That would be nice, wouldn't it? What would be a good thing to give away from the shop? Let me know. Yeah, after that we went back to our little media centre where BBC are going to be this week, and we had some lunch. We got these kind of little lunch vouchers. One thing you're never going to be at Augusta National is hungry, because there's food everywhere and available, and it's very affordable. When we were driving in this morning, I was kind of sitting in the back of the car and I was kind of just choking down some emotion that I was feeling. Just so lucky to be there, and the guys I'm with, you know, they talk about Peter Alice a lot and they miss him dearly, and you know, the BBC Sport is you know, a legendary establishment, and to be part of it, I feel really, really lucky. And sometimes I just feel these waves. It's like a flood of emotion comes through my body, and I just have to kind of like choke it down because it's a bit embarrassing, really. But I get emotional when I even think about it. But yeah, it's really, really, really special to be here. I had hundreds of people messaging me on Instagram saying you're so lucky. I know I am really lucky. I've worked very hard, but I know I am lucky, and I'm pinching myself. You better believe it. I'm pinching myself. I think the Rishi, Andrew Cotter and Ailey should be here soon. We're off for dinner tonight, the full crew, so I'm looking forward to that. Alright guys, peace and love. Bye.